it's Holly here from Your Past is a Gift. Alright, so hopefully from the last video, now we're focusing on being ourselves, okay? That you can be you, just as you are, okay? Now, what I wanted to focus on in this video are those people that keep bullying and that keep putting you down. Now, so you understand your side, okay, that you've taken this on board because you believe what they're saying about you, okay, that you're not good enough because your hair color is not the same. You're not good enough because you fumble when you play sports. You're not good enough, I don't know, for whatever reason. Okay, pick, because you're overweight and you're not the same weight as them, for example. Or maybe you're short, okay, you're not tall like the rest in your class, or pick. There's so many things that people get picked on or that get bullied for these reasons, okay? Any reason that you're different in some way. So now we want to look at the other side of it, because there's your side where they're saying this to you and you're believing this about yourself, that you're not good enough because of this, okay? Whatever the reason is, that you're being picked on. Now, on the other side of that, you've got this person that feels they have a right to humiliate you in front of others, okay? They feel better about themselves somehow, you know, that they're putting you down in front of others, you know, and they all have a good laugh, you know, or whatever it is, or if they're pushing you to the ground, you know, to make you feel that they're stronger than you, you know, that they're dominating you in some way. Now, the truth of this is, all children, okay, are products of their homes. Now, these children have this example in their home. They have someone at home that's pushing others around. Could be the father with the mother, pushing her around and treating her like she's garbage. So this child goes into the world believing that this behavior is acceptable, that because they're watching the adults in their lives at home do this, that then it's okay for them to go out into the world and do this themselves, because this is the example that's set at home. So they're already living this every single day. And a child knows, they know from the beginning when a home is in harmony, when there is love in the home, or when there is discord in the home. They know this. They live with that energy every single day of what's going on, you know, with the adults around them. And so what happens is it becomes habit for them to watch the parents mistreat each other, or, you know, to talk down on one another, you know, whichever one it is. And so they go out into the world and they mimic this behavior. Now at home, you, the one that's different, may have the most loving parents, and they accept you as you are. They love you as you are. They love that you're different. They love everything about you because you are a part of them, of your parents. And so this other child that's come from this home where there's discord, you know, or where, no, this is the other one. This child in his home, his parents might constantly be putting, or their parents, sorry, his, hers, doesn't matter. That parent might be putting them down constantly. You know, that they're not good enough in any way. And so they go out into the world and do the same to others. You know, that you're not good enough. You don't measure up because, you know, you're not the same. So it's already coming from their home, their parents doing this. They're watching their parents interact with the rest of the world. And it's really a lack of tolerance, you know, that other people are not allowed to be different. You know, it's an intolerance for anything that's not what they're used to. And it's also a fear. You know, when you look at other people and they're different, you're afraid because you don't know, you know, anything about their culture, anything about their tradition. It's the unknown as well for a lot of people. And so it's intolerance and fear of what they don't know. You know, and rather than find out, you know, become knowledgeable, It's much easier to point the finger and say that that's not good, that that's wrong. It's much easier to do that, and to put people down. And so these children that go out into the world to bully, that go out into the world to pick on others, they're following the example that's already set in their home. And sometimes it's as simple as they're picking on you because you have harmony in your heart. You come from a home with 2 loving parents, and they see that, and there's this jealousy that, you have that and they don't, So I'd like you to think about that today, that this person that is picking on you, this person that is bullying you inside is in conflict with themselves. They're constantly struggling in their home when they're not at school. At school, they're just mimicking what they have to live with at home. They're just copying. This is what children do. They will copy their environment. That's how they're designed. They come into the world a blank slate, and everything that happens in their home, they absorb everything. And a lot of children are mean and spiteful because their parents are separated and they don't know how to deal with these feelings of mum and dad are no longer together. They don't know how to. And because a lot of the times when parents do separate, there's a lot of anger and hate, resentment, and a lot of guilt and a lot of ugly feelings that are being thrown both ways by both parents. And the child's caught in the middle of this. The 2 parents fighting over why it didn't work, why the love fell apart, why there's no love there, or maybe there wasn't love there to start with. Some relationships just come together for all sorts of different reasons. People don't always come together to form a relationship because they love each other. So that's something to think about, because a lot of times when my students come and they tell me these things, that, so-and-so was mean to me today. And I say to them, because a lot of the students, I know them, I know their parents, and I know what kind of home they're coming from. And so I ask them, do you know if so-and-so that's mean to you, are their parents divorced? Do they have parents? Because some children, may not have their parents at all. Like my mum, growing up with her aunt, that was horrible to her, So all these things to consider. Children that are mean, that bully, that pick on others, they're not coming from a loving environment. They're not coming from a home where their parents are supportive of them or of each other. They're not coming from a loving home. From a home that has harmony, from a home that, has peace. So I really want you to think about that and look at the other person with different eyes. Don't look at them anymore as the attacker and you're the victim. You don't need to look at it that way anymore. Start seeing them as the victim. Start seeing them for who they really are. That there's something missing in them, that they feel this need to be picking on you. Because if a child is happy, there's no need to pick on anyone else. If a child comes from a loving home and they feel supported by their mum and dad in what they do, and they know that in their home they're going to get everything they need for their personal development, for their growth, to evolve into an amazing human being, there's no need for them to be mean to anyone or to put anyone down, or to bully anyone. These things come because there's a lack in their lives. There's something missing in them, and they're struggling to live with that. So think about that today. I really want you to think about it, Okay. So remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.